All right, you can unmute yourselves. Let's go ahead and get to it.
Did you give her the skin? Yeah. Here.
Oh, okay. Unmute everybody. You can unmute yourselves. Let's get to it. So again, this is a charting session where I critique your charts. If you want me to look at something, just post your link in the chat, and I will definitely take a look at it for you and give you some critique. So I kind of did this to see how you guys are charting, what you guys are coming up with, how you guys are definitely handling the support resistance trend lines, handling the basics. So definitely post those in the chat. If there are none, I will share my screen. Right now we got your R breaking out. We was looking at this earlier. I seen this, that's why I call this. What is this? Right here.
A descending channel?
Not an ascending channel, descending channel.
Oh, I said D.
See, it's going down. From left to right, it's going down. So yeah, so you see it's a descending channel. I seen this earlier and I called the buy right here, but notice it went up for a good bit. I actually broke even right here. But what do we get right here? What is that?
An engulfing candle.
There you go. What kind of engulfing candle?
Like a bear.
Right. That led to this. This is actually the noose, I want to say. So whenever was a rule of thumb, which we got a nice entry now, so. Let's see. A good rule of thumb is before you start trading, come to Forex Factory and see what news is going on for the day. See, ECB, President Lagarde speaks, which is a really big deal. So, and that's a red folder. So that's why Euro is kind of going wonky and crazy and all of that stuff today. See, there wasn't any GBP news, but now there's GBP news later. So definitely something to keep in mind when you're trading these currencies and you're looking at different setups, because all this stuff going on in the world right now affects us when we trade. So the riots, what's going on in Britain, and the wildfires in Australia at one point in time, Corona, all that affects us trading. So me personally, I've been trying to wait to call some extra good signals for you guys, but I've been waiting for extra confirmations to make sure we're not getting caught up in something like this. So this was a nice little sell setup right here. A nice little buy setup. Then it came up. You had that engulfing candle that started this whole downtrend. But notice when you got down here, what did it start to do?
Turn.
You guys answer. This is what's going to help you charting.
Consolidating.
There you go. Started consolidating. It never really broke this zone. This was a zone. It never really broke it aggressive. Like this is an aggressive break. Or like GBP NZD earlier today. That was an aggressive break. You see that? That was the zone. If I go to the 4 hour, you see how this zone goes perfectly right below this line. That was a zone, and actually this is a zone. Right there, boom. So notice it came here, started wicking off this zone. It broke it a little bit, but now it's starting to consolidate. So once I see that it pulls back in, But notice what it's doing at this zone. It's rejecting. See that wick?
Mm-hmm.
That at one time was a full candle. The buyers were trying to push it up. The sellers were pushing it back down. It's an inverted hammer. So keep those in mind, you know, when you kind of looking at trading right now. So unless I see, I need to see something like this. I need to see something like that over here, something like that, for me to take that buy. That flag that retest the top of the zone. So flag, then continuation. So yeah, definitely. So that euro, all right. But yeah, we're getting a nice breakout. You see how the momentum is shifting? It was starting to shift here, but then we got that hard reversal around that news. But notice it's respecting the zone. Momentum is shifting up, and that's a nice buy. So this is probably gonna do the breakout, and then we're expecting something like, I'm expecting the price to come all the way back up here, at least right here. Why did I pick this zone? Right here.
Because that's a strong support zone. It hit twice.
Right. Notice how, let me show y'all.
It did a bunch of times.
Yeah, absolutely. Notice how when price got here, it was respecting his zone. Came here. Actually, the zone would have been something like this. It's what the rectangles are for. That would have been a zone. Boom. So notice how price came here, came in the zone, wicked off, came in the zone, wicked off, came down, came back up, but it started consolidating in the zone, came down. And I could drag this all the way across. Notice how it respected that zone. So price could potentially come here and wick off that zone again. So that would be for me my take profit one. I think it's gonna come up here to complete this W. Notice how this is a double bottom formation. Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, does everybody see the W, or is it just me?
No, now when you do it, I see it.
But there, you can see it on the 30-minute, and I just thought I was tripping. I just thought, well, maybe it's just me.
I'm like, okay, well, man, I'm like, y'all see that W, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then, like, I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, am I high? That looks like a W, right? Y'all was extra quiet. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Is that not a W? But yeah, I mean, it's basically just a nice double bottom, and it came back and it retested its bottom. It did not, but notice how price, when it came back to test its bottom, what were we looking for? Let me get my drawing tool.
That's hella momentum.
Right. We're getting some nice momentum now. Let me delete this, delete that. Boom. Delete this and delete that. All right. We got this right here. Bam. But notice what we got right here at this double bottom. What do we start to get?
A cup of Henny.
Well, you could technically say that was a reverse cup of Henny. Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I want to draw that. That would have been a nice teacup. Boom. Which is a double bottom.
You have a little bit. You have a little bit of divergence.
Actually, you got a lot of divergence. That's what I was kind of getting at. So you got a reverse cup of Henny right here. Okay. Boom. Boom. Yeah, absolutely. Notice how price fits perfectly in that cup. Got a nice impulse down, double bottom, getting a wave up, and you have exaggerated divergence. Boom, right here. So notice how the bearish momentum is starting to die off. Price is the same. Notice how price is the same. It touched the zone, but look at the momentum shifting. So these are just things you kind of just learn as you go along. You know, definitely, that could be your thing. Hey, I don't trade unless I see divergence. I don't trade unless I get, all of these are just confirmations that help you get in the trade and to help you see where the power is, where the trade is going. Go to the smaller time frame. Okay, now I'm getting some full engulfing candles up here. That's kind of what you want to see. So, yeah, like I said, now we're getting that momentum shift. Now what we want to see is this. We want to see something actually like this right here. We want to see that, but that over here. Boom. You want to see something like that? Then notice what this is. This is why drawing your support resistance trend lines are paramount. That's the zone. So what you'll normally get in a situation like this, we call this a harmonic trap. You'll get that, then you'll get a flag that'll retest the top of this zone.
Mm.
You'll get something like that. Then you'll get a continuation. Boom, to that zone. Notice how this was a downtrend. See that? So we will watch price here. Then we will watch price here to see if it would probably retest the top of this to continue. So right now we're catching a breakout. So after this gets done breaking out, we will wait for the flag. And notice how the flag that would be the top of that zone right there. Okay. Notice how if I put the fib, since people like the fib things, notice how that flag comes down perfectly between a 50 and a 618. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Notice how it touches, but notice between the 50 and the 618, what is here?
Resistance zone.
There you go. A nice zone of support. So prior resistance, future support. So we're looking for that strong break, corrective flag down to continue. Bam. And that's how you can swing that trade. That's actually a really, really, really good trade. So I'm kind of happy I'm seeing that momentum. So now we know what to do. Like I said, just let the market come to you. They tell you what it wants to do. And then, from there, the rules will apply. Once we get that retest, but notice, we never got a break of this low. This at one time was the low right here. But notice when we thought it was breaking the zone, it came down, it pushed price back up. Again, long wicks, heavy rejection, that means wick exhaustion. This means the buyers were pushing this back up. See how they made that hammer right there? They pushed this back up. That started that. Came back down, test this bottom, didn't want to break it. I mean, we could potentially see this go all the way back up here. Now from this, you just kind of mark your zone. See, last time price was here, you got that whole up move. Now we're looking for another up move or a swing up. And then you just apply the rules from there. So, yeah, definitely that one. I'm definitely looking at that one. Let me see, EU. Haven't really looked at EU. I know one thing. I know EU was breaking out nicely to the upside. Looks like we're getting this breakdown price, made this ascending channel. Hold on, did anybody take this sell? I posted this chart. I know we're only watching a few pairs, so I posted a chart, said hi, wait for retest. That was actually the perfect breakdown of retest. It's making like a flat flag now, so you're getting something like that. Flat flag. You got a breakout. Flat flag. So retesting, now come back up. Make sure this high is not broken. This high ain't broken, then you can take the sell on that. That's actually gonna be a nice sell too. That somebody called Euro NZD earlier. Let's see, let's check it out. This one, I want this one to come down. I want it'll probably make a flag to this zone. Let it pull back, make a flag. And I want this one to come down. I'll look more for this one when it gets down here. I'll watch price here. Because notice when price got here, it sprung off. So I'm looking for this one to get down here. I mean, if it gives you a flag, y'all could probably trade it. I mean, I'm more interested in looking to see what price does when it get down there.
Hey, Busy. I had a quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
On the I believe it was the Euro, the EU, on that sell. I plan to take that sell. I was just waiting for a retest.
Yeah, that's what you do, man. You just wait for kind of a retest. I will kind of look for it on a 30-minute. Like I said, it's kind of making this flat, ugly flag here.
Yeah.
So probably you see this right here. Boom. You see that zone? Everybody see that?
Yep.
So you probably wait for one more hit up to that zone, unless you start to see it just break down aggressively. So wait for it to come up, retest that zone. That zone is not broken, take the sell.
Okay, because I know Manny talks about like hitting the zone 3, 4, 5 times or something like that.
Yeah. He's a very, very, very dope trader. So this is basically what he likes to call the harmonic trap. See how you had a ascending channel here, it broke through, it keeps testing this zone. But the thing about it is, make sure it doesn't break this zone. Now, if you start to see something like this, you start to see something like that right here, then you know it's breaking its zone. Notice how it will break. You'll get that retest continuation. This is a very key zone right here. So price is actually respecting it, which is good.
Okay.
So, yeah. So definitely.
Okay.
Like I said.
So since my bad, I was just gonna say, so since it's respecting that high, you don't want it to go above that high. But if it wasn't really, if it didn't really create a zone and it kind of went up, you would just make sure it didn't break the previous high.
Right. This is the high.
Okay.
Everybody says this is the high right here. Like I pointed to, I pointed to it. This is the high.
Right.
That's what we're kind of looking at. You go in the higher time frames. You see the pattern is more clear on the higher time frame. That's why I like trading like the 4-hour, the daily, no longer than 1 hour. You see price through that wick right there. That at one time was a high. So you go down to kind of see what price is doing. I see this flat flag right here. This is like some flat flag consolidation type. Okay, cool. So this is the high. Now, what I want to see, and then I see this zone. Price is respecting this zone. Definitely. But this high is not broken. Once you see that bullish momentum come through this MACD, I would probably watch a 30-minute. I want to see like an aggressive move up. If this high is not broken, take the sell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's definitely, if that high is not broken, and if it keeps respecting the zone, then you take the sell.
Okay.
So hopefully it doesn't
Gotcha.
just break down now.
Right.
But watch out. There's USD news in the morning, all day. USD.
Okay.
So definitely keep that in mind. You're trying to pair that news is affecting. So keep that in mind.
Gotcha. Yeah, that seems like a lot of
That's
news actually.
Wednesday, isn't it?
That's a lot of news. Yeah, absolutely. So
Okay.
that's the thing. When we trade these currencies, and this is kind of a thing I was kind of talking with somebody about earlier this week. I said, people was like, well, why are you only choosing to focus on 5 or 6? I said, because people don't understand when you trade these currencies, you're subject to the news of whatever that pair is. So let's say Euro USD. I'm subject to the news of the Euro. I'm subject to the news of USD. So any news coming out with the Euro or the USD affects my trade. And guess what? If I'm in a good position, I don't want that messed up. So
Right.
keep that in mind, especially something like bank rate, federal funds rate, FOMC, that will definitely affect the currency. Let's see what DXY is doing since that's coming out tomorrow. Boom. DXY is kind of making this go to 1 hour. I see this. Definitely got a nice little zone. It came right there. Kind of respecting this zone. Right there. And what are we in?
Downtrend.
There you go. We're doing a downtrend on the dollar. Look at the 4 hour or the daily. We're in a downtrend. So notice how it came. Notice how it hit the zone, sprung off. So right now we're at this zone. This is the key zone. So right now, looks like looks like the dollar can gain strength because momentum is starting to shift up. But you know what we want to see? We want to see this break, retest, continuation. That's what we're looking for. So if it's going to definitely break out, because right now it's kind of respecting the zone, it's kind of consolidating, but you notice it's not breaking this low. Came here again, but it didn't break this low. You see these train tracks right here? Wick exhaustion, or as Manny says, train tracks.
Yeah.
I kind of like that term too, train tracks. I've been using that one a lot. Yeah, I told somebody that I said, "Y'all see these train tracks?" They're like, "Man, what you talking about? Train track?" I'm like, "Don't they look like train tracks?" That basically just wick exhaustion. So price is struggling to break this zone. And notice how price came up here, wicked off, came back. This was a good candle, but reversal came back down. Look like it's making a little descending channel right here. See that? Boom. See that? Or you see it now because I marked it up.
I see it now because you marked it up.
I get that a lot. Man, but you just got to train your eye to see these patterns. So this is what the dollar is kind of doing. So it's respecting the zone. So if you want to get in that EU sell, let's see what the euro currency is doing. Here's a little trick. Whenever you want to check out what a currency is doing, type in a currency in WCU. This is the currency. So it's just Euro World Currency Unit. This is what that currency is doing. So kind of when I call trades, I like to see how the currencies are moving. So, because again, I need to know how to play the move. And I want to get the team in the best move possible at the best price possible. That's, whenever we call trades or whenever we give trade ideas, that's all we kind of do. We're just trying to get you in at the best price possible to capitalize on the win. So right now, it looks like it's coming down correctly on the 1 hour. The last retest was here, right here. So as long as this low is not broken, on another retest. Now you're getting a retest right here. So as long as that low is not broken, then you should be, then euro is going to be gaining more strength to go up. Kind of went up and it made this, what is this right here?
Okay.
Red cup of Henny.
There you go, red cup of Henny. Made like this double top, red cup of Henny. That started this downturn, right? Or as you call it, a red cup of Henny in PJH. Funny, I was playing some basketball with some young kids today, and man, them kids tore me up. I had to come home and get a cup of Henny after that.
Nice.
Hey, I won though. I won 3 games.
Dang.
Right.
Y'all were playing 21?
Man, we was playing 3-on-3.
Oh, okay.
I won 3 games, so there you go. Tell them I'm Uncle Drew out here.
That's hilarious.
They're like, man, Uncle Drew's straight. But yeah, this is basically just a double top. That's that whole downtrend. Again, key reversal pattern. And I don't know if y'all got the reversal patterns. I know somebody posted them in the chat earlier, but definitely study those patterns and try to look at charts and see if you can just identify what's going on. And those will kind of help you, whenever you're trying to get in those key positions on trades or you're trying to get those precise wick entries. That's the thing. Like, understand what divergence is. Look at this, and guess what we got off this zone? Look at this. What is this?
Impulse.
All right, engulfing candle.
Ah.
But notice how the engulfing candle broke this zone. Again, like I said, when you see moves, you want to see aggressive moves like that. Not this sparse, whatever that is. So you want to see aggressive breakouts like that. And notice that's what broke this zone. And this is still breaking out, so. Yeah, that's kind of my little rant for tonight. So let's get to you guys' charts. Let's see what we got. All right. All right, Charmin, let's take you first. Boom.
Why you gotta sound like that?
What you mean? What you got?
All right, Charmin.
All right, Charmin, let's go. Okay, I see it. Nice markup of the ascending channel. Got a nice little markup of the ascending channel here. What time frame you on? 4 hour? Okay. I see you kind of marked up a little flag here. Dope. This line you could do away with. That line is not needed. Nice uptrend line. That was like a nice move between the 50 and the 618. So you're looking for price to come here and take off.
Yes, sir.
Hey, no lie, that's a decent chart. I would just get rid of that line. So you're looking for one more move down, then you're looking for it to come back up. That's actually a pretty decent chart. Not bad. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job. I mean, that's actually a straight markup. I mean,
No, I'm your problem child.
hey, listen, I just want you guys to learn, but that's what it's all about. It's all about, you guys learning. I'm never going to jump on you for learning. Now, if I didn't explain something 5 or 6 times, I mean, I get it. Certain people have to learn by doing a lot of times. I mean, I tell people trading is not something you're going to get in a week. It's not something you're going to get in 2 weeks. It's not something you're going to get in 4 months, 5 months. The people that get in that length of time is because they study this all day, every day. But, I mean, I tell people you got to practice. Practice makes perfect, That's what makes you better. All right, Wanda, here you go. Now, let's see what we got.
Okay, is there any way you can chart on the 4 hour and then save it and then chart on the 1 hour and then save it and then I guess that's each one of those is a different chart, right?
This is
That's 4 hour.
this is the 4 hour, yes. But whenever you put lines on the chart, it saves it to all time frames. So basically, you want to keep the chart as simple as possible. So that would just be my critique. What I see just right off the bat, keep it simple, straight simple. So this ain't really needed. That ain't really needed. I like these uptrend lines. This top one ain't needed unless you're like in a nice ascending channel. This one ain't really needed unless you're looking for one more move up. But
Well, I kind of cheated. I put one going down and one just in case it goes back up and then comes down and retest and goes down a little further.
all right. So you could have got, this was a nice little uptrend line. See, this to me would have been like well, you're on a 4 hour, so this to me would have probably been like a 30-minute trend or something. It's not bad marking that one up. That's actually a good job. I would have not marked this part. You don't need that part. So basically what you're looking for is one more move up. So with that, but notice this is like an impulse kind of deal. So you should be looking for a retest on your MACD. So I probably would have marked up this zone right here. Come down here. You kind of mark that up. Nice. One more move up. Then you're looking for a breakout, flag, continuation down. That's not a bad markup, actually. I see you marked up this zone. That's great. I see you marked up this zone. That's really good. So you're saying if it comes to this zone and it breaks through, it's coming here.
Yeah.
Good job.
I wasn't sure which one to stop at. So
Well, hey, I'm gonna just say this. None of us really know truly where the zone is gonna go to. We just kind of project what we see. So price could totally come to this zone. It could turn around, and I know we've all seen this, where it'll break an ascending channel. It'll go down to the first zone, then turn around and hard reversal to an uptrend.
Isn't that the thing that happens in the morning or something like that with the banks or something? Or?
We're talking about like the FOMC.
I think so. It happens at the London at 2:00, and then happens at the US one at 8 or
Oh, you
something.
talking about the breakout?
The one you just described. What you just described.
Yeah, that's just momentum because of the breakout. That's switching over of session. So every time you get a switch over session, you'll get that real surge of momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you ever watch US 30, like at 9:30 on the dot, it just goes freaking crazy. Like you see this flood of money in the market, it'll go up, down, up, down, up, down, then it'll get stable, then you'll know where it's going.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people try to trade those breakouts, but on US 30 it's kind of risky. So definitely watch that one. But I mean, other than that, yeah, Wanda, that was a good chart. So let me see your other chart. You posted another one in here.
I just wish it was a way you can like show your progression of markup from monthly, daily, weekly, all the way down.
Yeah, I mean, and definitely say your markup.
You'd be saving all kind of charts out there, and it's like.
Yeah, TradingView saves them for you. So
Well,
this is your 30-minute
but I
markup.
didn't want to be posting. You post a 4 hour, then you post a 1 hour, then you post a 30-minute. Like she's hogging up all the time.
Right. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do, though. Practice makes perfect. So don't feel bad for marking up, whatever time frame you need. Like I tell people, you're telling a story. You're painting a picture for somebody who knows nothing about trading. So keep it simple, and if you need to, write out exactly what's happening. Because if you give that chart to somebody, they need to understand what's going on. I understand what's going on because I do this a lot. But you want to be able to make sure that somebody that's new understands what's going on. Okay.
Shondaland, don't laugh at me. It's my first
Shondaland.
time.
No, this is actually a really good markup. This is really good, and this is actually a really nice
That's
trade.
not even a pair that we studying. I just one that I thought I could mark up.
Oh no, I mean that's a good trade. I mean, I would definitely say. Let me go to GU. Boom. So you was on a 2 hour chart.
2 hour, yeah.
So if you're on a 2 hour chart, which that's not a time frame that's standard, but you basically did that on the 1 hour, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And
So
then
this
I saw
is
that like where I put my resistant line, it wouldn't really break in there. So I figured that it would go back down.
nice, nice. So this is that high.
Mm-hmm.
Notice you have a key reversal pattern here. Getting a
Okay,
little
I don't know what
ascending
that means. A
channel.
key reversal pattern.
Getting a ascending channel here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that.
And
And I
you
actually had marked that up first, but I took it off.
and now you're getting divergence.
Mm-hmm.
See that?
Yes.
So I like to mark those just to kind of let people know what's going on. Momentum is getting weak. This is the high. If that
Mm-hmm.
high is not broken, take the sell. So I like that you did the impulse correction
Uh-huh.
continuation. That's a nice sell. That's actually in a really good chart too. You did a great job marking that up. You
Oh,
hit
thank
the
you.
zone. Yeah, you hit the zone. I would probably mark up this zone simply because price can come here, come back up like you did,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
come back down, and then I will mark up that zone.
Okay, so basically, off of what I did, I need to go back and mark up in the zone.
Yeah, definitely. That's
Okay.
what when we do take profits, we just take profit as zones. That's why I do take profit 1, 2, 3. If price breaks this zone, well, it's gonna go to the next zone. Well, the next zone is down here.
Okay.
So yeah. So that's the thing. None of us know how far price is going to go. We just project it based on what we see, and that's why I tell people we trade until we see something that tells us to get out.
Okay.
But the chart tells us when to get out or when it's going to turn around. So that's actually a really good chart. Not bad. I understand exactly what's going on. Really dope chart. So great job on that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, y'all are getting better with Marco. So y'all gonna be teaching these classes from now on. So all right, let's get Miriam's. So this is Miriam's chart. Let's see what we got. Boom. Yeah, I kind of like the fact of us doing this on Monday nights instead of y'all watching me sit here and scribble on some charts. I want to see what y'all are doing.
I like this too.
All right.
Time frame, but how it is, but that's kind of what I got.
Nice.
To the point.
You got a nice ascending channel here. And I like how you sent me that's your chart. Did you do the share function where you can share your chart with people?
No, I didn't. I took a picture of it, and it's hard for me to pull it up on my phone, so I just typed in the web address for it.
Sweet. Notice, yeah, nice ascending channel you got going on here. Nice. You're looking for a come up here, retest the top of this zone. Let's go over. Yeah, okay. I would probably put that line up a little higher. Not bad. That's a zone right there. Retest break. That's not bad. That's actually a really good chart, Miriam. So I definitely would have marked up this zone right here. That zone. You see that?
Uh-huh.
Right exactly where your line is coming down to. I would have marked up that zone because price can technically come there, turn around, and go back to test this zone and come back down. But again, that's not a bad chart. That's actually really, really good. So definitely make your lines. This is saying channel line right here. I probably would have made it and take here. Hold up. I probably would have did like that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, your price, you don't want your lines to go through wicks or go through candles. It should be clearly like on top. So like something like that. Boom. And notice how this is parallel to this. Really good though. So it could come up here and make the third part of that channel, That's the thing. None of us, we just predict price based on what we see. And as a charter, that's what you're doing. You're predicting price based on what you see at the moment or what the market is giving you. You know, I tell people, a lot of people think, oh, I'm like, we don't predict the market. We don't move the market. We're retail traders. So all we do is react to what the market is giving us and try to get in. But that's a dope chart. Great job.
Thank you.
I'll see. Miriam.
But
Donnie's.
it's the same chart. I thought it didn't go through.
Oh, okay. So Donnie's got.
Well, I don't have any zones marked up on my chart. That's what I need to start doing.
Okay, it's like chart layout can't be opened. Okay. Well,
What? Why?
see.
You can open my other one.
Let's see if he gets you. Let's see if you open this one. He said, "I don't want me to open that chart."
I'm gonna try resending it.
Access denied. It's not liking that. It's not like it's something you did. Okay. It's not like it's something you did. Try sharing it again. Go here to the chart. Okay. Go here to the chart. Not that chart.
Oh, okay, I just copied and pasted. Okay, I get what I did.
Yeah, take a snapshot of it and send it.
Okay.
All right, so Donnie's. How you say her name? Dimani? Or Diamond? All right, so let's do it. Okay, yeah, so you got the 4 and the 50 here. Dope. Now your this looks like your 4 right here. Make that a different color if that's what you like to see. Don't make it the same color as your candles because you could barely see that line. So that's the one thing I would kind of say right there. But yeah, I see you got a nice trend going down. Downtrend. You BNCD downtrend.
Yeah. So we have to wait for it to break the trend line, right?
Absolutely. So what you're looking for? You're looking for a breakout, retest, continuation back up.
Okay.
Right now, I would probably mark up this zone. Nice. I would have marked this zone too.
Okay.
Right here. Got some momentum starting to shift, but you know what you want to see right now, you want to see a clear breakout.
Okay.
Clear breakout. So if you want to see a clear breakout, then that's your confirmation to wait. Clear breakout, shift the momentum, wait for a flag, wait for something on the MACD like this. Wait for that price to come back down, test the MACD to 0 line, and cross back up. So that's what you're waiting on there. But that's actually a dope chart. This line I probably wouldn't look at unless that's your take profit when it breaks into a buy. That's a nice take profit right there. So
yeah,
I'll probably do like 1.99. So just to be on the safe side, because you don't know if price is gonna go all the way back up there. This right here is a zone. This right here is a zone. So
okay.
I would have
Yeah, I like I'm more like I just let it ride type of trader.
Right, that's the zone. And okay. The annotator on this sucks. But that's the zone. Boom.
Okay.
So I'll probably mark up that zone. See, that's where I would be like watch price. That would probably be like a good take profit 1 for me. Well, that would be take profit 2 right there. This right here will honestly probably be a take profit 1 for all my people that like to scalp. Like, for people that like to get in. Boom. You see that?
Yeah.
That would probably be like a take profit 1 for me. Or when I do take profit 1, 2, 3s, those are zones I watch to see how price reacts in that zone. If it gives me a reversal pattern, I know to get out. If it gives me a continuation pattern, then I know to let it ride to take profit 2, which would probably be here. Take profit 3, which would probably be
The
up
next
here.
high. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The next high would actually be right here. Right about there. Boom. So take profit 3, and then, you know, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah. So not a bad chart. Really, really good. Really good job.
Thank
All,
you.
all y'all doing a good job today. So I ain't got no critique. Y'all are actually making me proud. So, all right, Donese, let's check your chart. Okay.
Okay, so I don't have too much on it. I guess I need to like get better with marking up my zones and things like that. But
I mean, the simpler, the better. I tell people sometimes you can overcomplicate a chart. You know, the simpler, the better. That's what you should be looking at. You should be looking at, hey, how can I give this chart to somebody and they understand what's going on? So, nice. You got this descending channel you marked up. Nice. Definitely. Got your divergence line, which you probably marked your divergence line on a time frame lower.
30.
Yeah, so breakout, you're looking for a breakout continuation. So right now, what do you do?
Wait for a shift of momentum.
There you go. There you go. Right now, you do nothing. You just wait. If people people always hit me up in my inbox, hey, what do I do on this? I'm like, nothing. I'm like, you wait till you see a clear pattern that says get in or get out. So nice. You get in the descending channel. I would probably watch price at this zone right here to make sure this zone's not broken. You try to get a hard breakdown or aggressive breakdown, then you know not to take that buy. If you see this zone is respected, which is looks like you're making a little zone right here. This looks like that right there looks like a little zone right there. See how it's respecting that?
Yeah.
So I would be watching that, make sure that low is not broken. That low is broken, then you know it's gonna come down here. You know to come watch it here. So sometimes price will come down here, respect this zone, then take off. So definitely something I would keep in mind and keep in mind watching.
Okay.
It's actually not a bad chart. That's actually a really good chart. So
Thanks.
great job on that. Well, yeah, I mean, your charts don't have to, everybody, your charts don't have to be complicated. They could be as simple as you want to make them or as complex as you want to make them. Just make sure when you look at it, you understand what's going on and that translates to another person. Because when you give somebody your charts, they need to understand what's going on. They don't need to be like, oh my God, dude, what's going on here? When do I get in? I would probably take off the EMA and the 4 when you do your chart simply because, you know, if people don't know what that is, that confuses people.
Okay.
I tell people, you chart for yourself, but chart like this, chart with this in mind. If I hand this chart to somebody, are they going to know what's going on? If their answer is no, then make it as simple as you can. So, yeah, that's a good job, though.
Thanks.
So, okay. Well, that's it for everybody in their charts.
But I think I got one more in there.
Oh, you got one more in here? Let's see. All right, okay. Let's see what you got. All right. So, this one, GJ. So, first thing is, okay, I see this is probably like a 4-hour trend or a daily trend. Definitely want to draw up your 1-hour trend. So I would definitely probably draw a trend line right there. That would have been a trend line
Okay.
of that. Notice how price came down, shift the momentum. You had a little right here. What is this? Right here.
Double top.
Yeah, almost a double top. There you go. So price came up here, it came down, made basically this M. Cup of Henny right here, almost. Down move, flag, down, like you got, just like you got. So right now you probably be watching for price right about here and down move. Not a bad chart. That's actually a really good one because this right here is a zone. Notice that wick rejection. And then you got a perfect cross on your 4 and 50. Notice how that cross came back to that zone.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got that bearish momentum and picked up. So I'll probably be watching for a retest on the 30-minute or 15-minute since GJ moves like a baby index. That's actually my favorite pair to trade. It moves like a baby index and it does yield a whole lot of pips. And then, it uses nice whole numbers. So, the second digit place on this is the pip value for people that always ask me that question. So this digit is the pip value right here. So it's easy to count the pips on. But yeah, that's not a bad chart. So I don't think it's gonna go pull back that high because it's making a flag. But I would probably watch this high to make sure this high is not broken right here. Which that was your indication right here that house was not broken. Getting the sell. Boom.
Okay.
That's nice. So
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. So anybody else? Let me check the chat. Anybody else? Well, that's basically all I got for the night. We have been on for a nice hour. Any questions for me? Anything y'all want to talk about? Anything y'all want me to go over? While I'm looking at these charts. Then I'm going to go rub some icy hot on my joints because I'm an old man.
Hey, Busy, what's that? This Mark Artist out in the top of Texas. I just want to say, man, thanks for all that you're doing for us. I'm digging that YouTube video you dropped a couple of days ago, man. That junk's fire.
Oh, which one?
That Joker was fire. I'm like, look. I said, look at Busy.
Yeah,
Now.
I've been working on my sweat hotel voice, like he sweat around here,
That was sweet. What, how to trade a descending channel?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I just try to make the videos easy for people to understand. That's why somebody asked me to kind of start recording videos like that. So, it makes it easier to understand. And, again, trading is not complicated. The hardest part of trading is literally just waiting for it to set up. Or, you'll wait on the move and then you like, oh, yeah, this finna be a sweet trade. And then it goes the other way and you're like, damn.
That's a fake out. This, for everyone that's in the chat, just Mark Artist. My goal this week, last week was risk management. I'm trying to exercise proper risk management. This week, it's discipline. It's discipline and being patient and waiting for the setups. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I took them L's earlier on, about a month or two ago, almost, not two, but about 3 weeks ago, because I wasn't patient. I jumped in way too soon. Then I started trading on emotions and whatnot and didn't trust the setup. So just watching everybody and checking things out, I'm more patient now and I'm waiting for the setup. If basically I'm applying the rules. So God bless y'all, everybody that's out there, for helping everybody do what we do. It's a blessing. I'm thoroughly enjoying trading.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. And that's what we're all here for. We're all here as communities to help each other out. So I tell people we that's what we do as a team. That's what we do as educators. We're just here to help your trading journey be as successful as possible. I tell people it's much better when you trade in a group. So and you're not trading by yourself in the closet, or something like that. So it's much better when you got ideas to bounce off somebody, and that's what's up.
Yeah, and this is something I needed like in week 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? I went through the academy, man, and I looked at it, and I went back and rewatched it again. One thing I learned and liked was the Elliott wave. You know what I'm saying? How you get the breakout, then it pulls back, sets up the flag, and then you get that next breakout, or the continuation, and then you get, it may get 3 or 4 levels up there. So we just gotta, it's just sweet. I'm loving this.
Yeah, definitely. And that's the thing. The Elliott Wave, which I actually did a nice class on that, and I'm gonna do another class on that again. It's basically how the market moves. It's basically an impulse correction. And basically the Elliott Wave states that at the 5th leg of that drive, that's when you normally get, that's when the trend is cold and you normally get a reversal pattern.
Consolidation. Don't you
Right.
get consolidation at that point?
Exactly. So you normally get, and they actually give you a nice 5 drive pattern over here. So basically you'll get an impulse correction, impulse correction.
Yeah.
That's the 5th leg of the wave. And notice
Yeah.
what you got, reversal pattern.
Yep.
And then price normally turns around and gives you the impulse correction, impulse correction down.
Yep.
And that's how the market moves. And actually, Manny Quinones is another dope educator that breaks that down. He's really good at that, at breaking down those waves. But that's the thing. And so if you know where it's at in the wave of in the leg of the wave, you know what to wait for. You know what to look for. Like I know you often tell the story about GJ and how back in the day when it was over here,
Mm-hmm.
and I actually had 2 standards right here. I actually I didn't know anything about market structure then. I was just learning all of that stuff. I knew a little bit about it, but I didn't know it to the depth that I know it now. But this was basically just a 5 drive.
Mm-hmm.
5. Boom. That's all it was.
Yep. Yep.
And all I had to do was
And when I
just
sent that-
hold that.
And when I sent that chart a couple of weeks ago, I sent it from my phone into the into our Telegram, and it didn't show up right. And I had my Elliott wave in there. I had some support and resistant lines, and you were like, "Mark, can you fix this up a little bit? Can you clean this up, please?"
Oh man, listen, like only time I put Elliott waves and stuff on there is, you don't see me put an Elliott wave on there if I'm on Trading View or something like that. Like sometimes I post my charts on Trading View, like my ideas, and I'll be like, okay, well this is kind of what I see. I see a 5 drive pattern just to kind of tell a story. Again, that's all we doing with these charts when we mark them up. You're telling the story, and you want somebody to be able to look at the story and recognize what's going on. Like this actually, that's kind of what we're getting over here. If you look at it, we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Exactly. Yep.
So we're waiting for this to pull back. I think the flag's gonna pull back to about right here because this is a nice engulfing zone. Right here, you see that? You see that engulfing candle?
Yes, sir.
So I'm waiting. That's a nice engulfing zone. So I would probably wait for a retest on this. Well, we got a retest on the 1 hour. So let's see how deep this goes, because this will be a nice little buy all the way up to that 5th leg of the wave.
Probably catch. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I tell people, and then the thing about it is, at number 2, what is this right here? What do we get? What's that?
That flag.
Right, we got that
Oh,
flag, but
you mean the candle, the engulfing candle?
no, what's this right here? What's it look like?
Oh, the
Head and
reverse head and
shoulders.
shoulders.
Yeah, we got a head and shoulder. See, this is the right shoulder, head, left shoulder that came to this. See, all the patterns work together. So you'd have seen this left shoulder. Notice how perfectly, again, look at that zone. Notice how price came down and broke that zone, came back up. Where did the flag come to? The flag came right to that zone.
Okay. Yeah.
Perfectly on top of that zone.
Yep. Caught a new level of support and
Right.
the upside.
And then you got that up move, 3rd leg of the wave. Now we're waiting for this to pull back.
And on those pullbacks, what I've been sort of kind of studying is I've noticed that that's where I put that retracement level in there sometimes, because like I would measure, see how your second leg goes up from point number 2 and you drew that flag.
Right.
I would try to measure, okay, how deep is it going to go? Is it going to go at that 50% level? Is it going to go to that 0.618 level?
Right. Flag normally moves between the 50 and the 618. This would be the leg of that right here. So I'll probably be looking for the flag to come back, possibly like right here, or to see how that perfectly hit the 50.
Yep.
See how that perfectly hit that 50 right there. So that's actually not a bad zone for me to look for the flag in, between the 50 and the 618, right there. So that's a nice engulfing candle in that zone too. So I'll probably be looking for the flag right here. And notice you would get a trade with minimal drawdown if it respects that. So you're talking about you risking like 20 pips, 30 pips to gain. So the level right there is almost 400 pips.
Right.
And again, but right now GJ look like he's making a nice head and shoulder. That's what it look like. See, to me, this kind of looks like a net line because of that wick. So I'm watching this because it may go up, make a nice head and shoulder, then come back down.
Exactly. And that kind of helped me just looking at those retracement levels. Like one that, because I went back to the academy and watched that 300 level stuff again. I'm like, let me just go back in here. I've been trading about 2 weeks. I got a little bit of knowledge, enough to be dangerous and lose a bunch of money.
I like that.
So let me go back and let's go back to the basics. Let's reset. And I did, and of course it was Christopher Terry talking about the Elliott wave, and then he talked about the retracement level. I was like, okay, let me apply that for my because I like the technical analysis of trading. Don't ask me why. I just make things difficult in my head. The retest and looking at the MACD is great. They're great helps and great tools. But I would like to become a competent enough trader to where I wouldn't have to rely on those if they were ever broke for some reason. You know what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely. And that's the thing. They're just there to help you out. But my point is this. I mean, like I tell people, the MACD, all it does is show you momentum. It's a momentum indicator. This indicator lags. Nothing beats pure price action and watching pure price action. So if you can watch price action, that's where you want to start really like studying candlestick patterns, price action, or like Manny says, railroad tracks. Like Manny, he prays pure price action. And all the indicators do, they're just extra confirmations on that. So you said, okay, I see momentum shifting. I see like a long wick here, rejection zone, respecting this zone. Those are all confirmations to say, hey, I feel like this is a good trade.
Yeah, a good entry point too for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And, minimal drawdown, low risk, high reward trade. And so that's all you do. And then, trading is kind of simple. It's either going to go your way or not.
And one last thing, I've been, last week we had that NFP. So this week on Sunday, last night, I went to this here Forex Factory also, and I looked at the news for the yen pairs, all the yen pairs. And there was some news out there about something, I forgot what it was because, but there was some news in there how the yen pairs would be more than likely start coming back down. And so
But the thing about it is, look at this for JPY. When it's a JPY pair news, the one that really affects the JPY is this monetary policy statement or anything bank-wise. JPY is a safe haven currency. So when things are going haywire with the US dollar, GBP, the market makers put their money in JPY. I don't know why they think JPY is like a Switzerland out there or something. So they put their money over there. Because nothing really happens in Japan, not much affects the JPY, and that's kind of a good thing. Another site I like to check out is dailyfx.com.
Yeah, I got the subscription to that. They be pounding my inbox.
Oh yeah, this is a good site to keep on your radar, and I'm gonna tell you why. Wall Street is bullish. Everybody's like short that joker. And I'm gonna tell you why. Let's pay the cable, GU. Everybody's trading the cable.
Right.
And little known facts, they call GU the cable because back in the day when they made this pair, they ran a cable from America to England across the Atlantic Ocean. And they actually traded this by that cable. Literally, they ran a steel cable from America to England. Crazy.
Interesting. See, that's
Just to
nice.
trade it. Yeah, just to trade that. They call it the transatlantic something, but the nickname just kind of stuck. But let me
And they
get
go with
into
the
the
cable.
chart.
The cable. Okay.
Yeah, the cable.
Yeah.
So let me get this chart. I'm gonna show y'all something, and this is kind of what I was explaining to somebody earlier. This is why it's kind of not bad to be late to the party on some of these trades. I know people like to catch the breakout. I know we like to be first to the party, but it doesn't hurt to be kind of late. And I'm gonna tell you why. The market makers are smart. What it like just like we come here to dailyfx.com and we look at these charts, so do the market makers. So the market makers come here, they'll look at the chart and say, "Oh, we got 59% people short and 41% of the people long." So they'll say, "You know what? If 60% of the people are short, well, let's take price long."
Makes sense.
And when we all start going long, they'll start going short. And I'm gonna show you exactly why. Look at this chart. This is price action right here. Notice when all the traders were starting to go long, what did they do?
Prices started going down.
Right, they took price down. You see that? But notice when we started coming back down, we started going. We said, "Oh, okay, they're shorting it. Let's go short." What they do? They took
Went
price.
up.
There you go. The market makers took price up because they realized, they said, "Oh, everybody gonna start shorting because guess what? This is at everybody's gonna start shorting." So they said, "Okay, well, this is when we're gonna take price short."
Trying to have a balance or something like that.
Yeah, again, this is the thing. We're trading in a forex market. You know, again, the market makers, big banks, big huge banks like Bank of America, World Bank, and all of that. They're the ones that move this market. And again, you know, we're playing against them. They're essentially the enemy. We're playing against them. They don't even notice we're here. Even if we catch 3 million a day out of this market, they don't even notice that's missing. It's sort of like we're on money heist. We're the professor. There you go. Like they don't even notice that's gone because we're such a small. We're not even a blip on the radar.
Right.
But
$6 trillion industry, we're taking a couple of 3 million. They don't miss that.
right, so $6.6 trillion now. But yeah, definitely things like that to keep in mind. Now that's currencies. Commodities trading is a tad bit different. Commodities trading is supply and demand. So
Oil
oil, gold, silver. So if 74% of the people going long on gold, you go long on gold because this is supply and demand. Currencies are not. Indices are the stock market. They're kind of supply and demand, but the stock market right now is being pumped full of manipulation. Because when I think Trump signed the stimulus bill, he actually signs as one of them fine print lines to where they could pump money to keep the stock market afloat.
Yep.
Let me see. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna say Feds pump stock market. There you go. Look at that.
The float.
Right. Feds are pumping more than $1 trillion in dramatic ramping up of stock market invention and make coronavirus meltdown. There you go. Yep. And notice, because I'm going to show you exactly what we should have seen. And again, studying Forex, now when you watch CNBC, when they talk about a 618 correction and all of that stuff, you'll know exactly what they mean. I tell people, studying Forex and doing that, all they're talking about is a 618 on the Fibonacci scale. So you know they're using Fibonacci's too. Because they say it all the time on CNBC. Oh, we're looking for a 618. This is corrective territory. This is an impulse flag. Or this is a trend. Now I know what all that means. But look, we got to the 618. We got this consolidation type deal right here. We started getting this, started to consolidate. Didn't want to break a zone. Started to do that. We should have seen another down move from here.
Mhm.
But we should have seen that, at least a double bottom. But Trump and the Feds are pumping trillions into the market to make it go up. Because again,
smoke and mirrors.
exactly. And that's why we got this whole crash in the first place, because
it was never really up there.
It was never really up there. Right.
Wow.
I'm gonna go to the daily. We should have got every 10 years or so, and I've been studying this, and I know you hear a lot of people talk about this. A good guy to listen to is economist Harry Dent. He's really good. He's on YouTube too. So he actually predicts trends down to the year or two. Like he predicts global booms and busts and all of that stuff. But every 10 years you get a recession. Again, notice how the stock market's been going up, up, up. You need a pullback. It just can't go straight up in the air. You need a pullback. But when did Trump take office?
2017?
Okay, 2017.
Or was it 2016? November 2016, I believe.
Let me see.
It was 2017. He got inaugurated in January.
There you go. When did Trump take office? 2017. There we go. Now, look at this. 2017. Boom. Right here. 27. There you go. Let's just say January. Right there. Boom. So you got this impulse. All this is up. 2018. Weekly. That was our entry. So he figured out, oh, okay, I'll just keep going up, 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 up. There was really no pullbacks in here in these years. You need pullbacks in order for the market to not crash, crash in the dirt. So notice there was really no pullback here. This was just one big uptrend. This was a pullback, nice corrective pattern for price to keep going up. Notice the MACD barely retested on this whole uptrend. And from here, the only time it retested was here. And then Trump figured out, oh, okay, well, I'll tell you what, we'll pump more money into it to make it go up. And then you had this. What is this?
Divergence. An ascending channel.
There you go. So again, we all knew something was coming because, again, the market just cannot go straight up. So we had this ascending channel forming. Crazy ascending channel. Well, this would have actually been the channel right here. Boom. That would have been the channel. And again, we seen it break out a little bit. The Feds pump money back to it, push it back up in the channel. And that's when you got Corona hit. Bam. That was Corona right there.
Reversal pattern.
And, right. A huge reversal pattern. This reversal pattern went from 2018 all the way to 2020. Like we said, that reversal pattern for 2 years. Now then you got that breakout. So that was the breakout. But again, so after every breakout, if we follow the rules, what were we waiting on?
For retest.
Right, a flag. We're not getting a flag. They're pumping this back up to manipulate it back again. But notice on the daily, this was a high.
Oh.
Boom. So we would be watching price here. If that high is not broken, then what do you got coming?
The retest.
A sell.
Yeah,
that high's not broken. Look for another down move.
So they use the jobs numbers as a reason to pump more money into the market.
Well, basically, that stimulus bill, the Feds can pump money in the market to keep it afloat to attract investors. So
Oh,
now people are probably buying because they think, oh, the market's going up, market's going up, market's going up.
but
But this is
really they're just pumping it.
right, because it should have came down for the second wave right here. That would have been a perfect flag downward.
Oh,
This should have came down to about 12,000 after that flag. Because due to Fibonacci
wow.
logic, price after breakout comes down to the 1.618. So about 12,000. That should have been an extension of that flag. Boom. We haven't gotten that. We got this corrective slack manipulated pattern back up. So I'm expecting, I think in like the cold
November,
months.
December?
No, probably when it starts to get cool, since they say that second wave of corona is probably gonna hit then, we'll probably see another crash. So
Quote unquote.
yeah. Oh no, it's gonna happen. It's definitely
Oh.
if it hits, we get that second wave of it, we definitely get another one of those.
I mean, my bad. I meant the retest on that crash is a quote unquote.
Yeah. And
It's
that's
just
the thing.
fucked up.
Yeah. So like, those guys came down. Supposed to make a flag. Now it's going straight back up in the air. I'm like, nah, definitely manipulation. So I would probably so again, I would probably, if you want to buy US30, wait for a flag, pull back, then up. Or since you like your wave pattern, you got a 1, 2, you got a 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it's probably gonna go up there, I bet.
Hold on. I actually drew that wrong. So no, this is the wave. So you got a 1 right here, 2, 3, 4, and that would be the fifth leg of the wave. Boom. So wait for it to kind of pull back a little bit, probably down to this zone, maybe. See how those wicks over there? Probably pull back to about right here. Notice how those wicks are touching?
Yes.
Right about there. If it pulls back there and it doesn't break this trend line, then look to buy it back up. Because again, I don't think the Fed's gonna let it go down.
Yeah, they was talking about looting and whatnot all across the country. I said the biggest looting happened when they dipped their hands in the treasury and took 1 trillion out and gave 500 million to the corporations and gave everybody else 1,200.
Right, and they just keep printing more money, printing more money, printing more money. You can't keep printing money. So let me ask you this question, Latia. Okay. Well, when we call signals or anybody calls a signal, it's not really off a specific time frame. It's when we see the pattern setting up. We like to call what we kind of see. We only use a smaller time frame to drill down to get that precise price point. We kind of want to see precisely what price is doing, but I mean, you can call most time we call signals off the 30-minute or the 1 hour. Or if you're on Rincos, you can use the 1 minute and 5 minute because Rincos doesn't factor into time. It's pure price action. So a 1 minute, that could be an hour or two. But yeah, so that's the thing. If you're not, Rincos doesn't factor in time like that. So me personally, the 30-minute time frame is 15 minutes. 30-minute, 15 minutes to look for a kind of entry. Those are safe. So yeah. And is it important to know as far as determine how long you should let a trade run? Well, again, you let a trade run as long as it keeps respecting your rules. And when you see your rules are broken, get out. That's the thing. You got to develop absolute rules for yourself, whatever your rules are. So some people say when this trade hits exactly 100 pips, I take half of it off table. I close out half of it. I know somebody that does that. I know a guy that if a trade does not come within 1 pip of where he wants it to be, he doesn't take it. It could be 5 pips, almost there. He won't take the trade. He said, "Nope, I want it at this exact price point." He's just that meticulous with it. And again, that's his rule. And again, don't break your rules for anybody. But yeah, whatever your rules are, that's just a part of your goals and whatever you set. And everybody's goals can be different. Some people say, oh, okay, I want 20% a week. Some people say, okay, I just want to ride this train and let it run as long as I can. Then I'm going to get out. So whatever your rules are, set them and don't break them. But that's my time for the 19. I had fun. This is a great session. I hope y'all learned something. All you guys charting is getting a whole lot better. That makes me proud.
Well, I have a quick question.
Okay.
Just real quick, I was wondering with the signal that was given tonight, the Euro odd, I was wondering if you could look, since it's got some time to run, if you could look at that, you think that's gonna hit the stop loss, or how do you think that's about to go?
I think it's gonna go pretty good. I was actually looking at that earlier when I called the center for it.
Myself, I didn't mean to interrupt. Excuse me, but I'm in a little bit of drawdown. But you know what? That's part of it, and I'm just gonna let it run. I ain't
Yeah, drawdown's a part of the game. It happens. So I'll tell people drawdown's a part of the game. It happens. But see, on a 5-minute, this is the only time I look at this. It looked like it's making a what? What is this? A flag.
Yes.
There you go. So you're waiting on that retest. It's almost retesting now. Notice how you didn't get a hard, aggressive move down. You're getting a corrective move down. That's a breakout. You're getting a flag. For continuation.
Cool.
So that's what you want to see. So again, for the people with the fibs, that's what you want to see right there. So flag is pulling down between the 50, about the 50. See that wick? Hit the 50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, that's what you want to see. I put my stop loss right below here. When we say previous low, previous higher, previous low, if we're in a buy, previous low, this would be the previous low. You just look left.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely.
Gotcha.
That's a good trade. So I got this potentially on the higher time frame, so I try on 4 hour. I want this to go up to at least here. That will complete that W. Probably flag off and probably come back at least to up here. That would be a nice run on that trade.
Yes.
You talk about that'd be a nice trade to compound too. So I got it breaking out, coming back to make a flag again, probably to test the top of the zone. Keep going.
Okay. How many pips was that you just saw? I don't know how to use that ruler
That was
thing.
like 1100, wasn't it? Busy.
Yeah. So you go ahead, grab the ruler, click. There you go.
And which number is it?
1200. So this is the pips right here.
Okay.
So notice it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-digit place is the pip. So this
Okay.
kind of helps you out counting pips. So it's 1200 pips.
Oh,
And
okay.
again, none of us know how long it's going to run, but as long as it keeps giving us confirmations to stay in the buy, we'll say yeah.
Yes.
So, all right, team, let me get to bed. I got a long day at work tomorrow. Y'all be blessed.
Will do. You as well. Thank you again.
No problem.